Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you something relatively simple, and that is how to use automation clips in FL Studio, and that implies how to create them and also how to use them in order to control elements such as sound panning and sound volume. So let's start by adding a VCT here, and let's also add some release and some reverb so we can work better with this. There we go. Okay, so for the demonstration in this video, I'm going to use just a simple note. Let's say a C6 one. Let's also make it longer. So, at first, if we add a note just like this, you can also see by listening it that it's pretty linear. The volume doesn't modify itself, nor the panning. So, if we listen to it, we can see it's just plain simple and linear. So, what we want to do first is we want to link this instrument to the mixer, which is right here. So we can see the mixer has many numbers of channels, and what I want to do here, for example, is link this precise VCT or instrument to, let's say, channel 1 of the mixer. Here we can see, for example, that by default FL Studio linked these four instruments with the first four channels of the mixer. We don't want to use those, so we will just unlink them. Also, you can do this unlink or the linking by moving up or down your wheel mouse button, or by holding the left mouse button and moving it up or down. So I will link the first channel, which is channel 1, to this instrument, as you can see here. Now, if we will hear the note, let's say, we can manually control the volume by this volume indicator, as you can see, or we can also control the panning going either left or right. But the purpose of this video is that we don't want to do this manually while the note is playing. We want the program itself to do this automatically, so the song may alternate in the way we want to. So what we are going to do is we have to create the automation clip. How we do this? Well, let's say we want to create an automation clip for the volume. We want to modify the volume. Well, first, let's make sure we have the pattern added here, because we have more patterns where we can use different channel racks. So in pattern 1, we only use this instrument for this note. And now if we want to play the entire song, you can see the note. You can see the note, it's still playing plain and simple. So we will add the automation clip, and we do that by right clicking here on the volume indicator and click create automation clip. And you can see here in the project grid we have an insert one volume thing that will control the volume and the pace that it goes according with the sound. So now you can see it's just as default, it's just linear. So basically it's pretty simple and self-explanatory. We can create points on this. For example, let's say I want from this point or up to this point the sound to be heard in a certain way. So I will right click here, and you can see I created a point. I can create as many points as I want and wherever I want to, and also by left clicking and dragging it, I can drag it wherever and however I want. And this is pretty self-explanatory. We can see that the sound, for example, now is going to go like this, little decreasing or straight decreasing up to this point or this point and so on. I think you get it. And so let's say we want the sound to decrease a little up to this point, and also now create another point, and here we want a sudden decrease of the sound up to here. Then we also create another point so we can make a little decrease again and a sudden decrease. And now if we will listen to the song, or more precisely to the note here, we will hear the difference. So as you can see, the volume now is modifying according to how we set it. Okay, so this is the volume part, but what if we want this note to migrate from the sound stereo speaker to the left stereo speaker? Um, this is where the panning comes in, and again, we don't want to do this manually, so let's delete the volume one for now because we won't need it anymore, and let's add a panning automation clip, and we do that by going here. This is the panning button in the mixer, and we right click on it, and we click again create automation clip, and as you can see now we have a panning automation clip. Exactly the same thing as with volume. We are going to create points and move this according to how we want it. Here the rule is that if we go down, the sound will go to the left stereo speaker, and as we go up, the sound will slowly go or quicker go to the right part of the stereo speaker. So let's say we want the sound to migrate effectively from the left slowly to the right. So we start from the left, which is down. We are going to create another point here and make it go as much on the right side as we can. Then make it come back to the left. So left, right, left, something like that. And if we will hear the note, you can hear that the sound migrated from the left to the right and then back to the left. And that is basically how you do volume and panning. This is a pretty simple thing, and now you can also do it in your songs if you ever want to do this by yourself. So thank you for watching this, and if this helped you, please don't forget to comment on this and like if you have liked it.